Hello everyone, it's Cunningham here. It's been some time since I last yapped the microphone, so I am not really sure what I'm doing. But today we are drawing Fluttershy, and I first sketched her in my sketchbook. This is the drawing I made in my sketchbook. I really liked it, so I decided to draw it digitally. And as always, I started with a rough sketch because I'm gonna add more detail in the line art. I don't know why, but I really struggled with her mane this time. I'm not really sure if I like how it looks, but here we are. The design is finished, and I ordered keychains with it, and I made stickers, and I made pins, so we're sticking to that design, I guess. You might wonder where I have been, and I don't really know where I was. I was kind of busy with life, and I was stuck mentally with recording. I don't really know why I was stuck. I was really scared to grab a microphone and to record. If you've been watching me for some time, you know that I like to yap. I like to talk, and I recorded myself talking, but to the camera. And when I don't have that camera, I don't know what happens. I just feel nervous, and I really don't know why, because I'm just sitting, staring at my laptop, and I'm talking, and there's nothing to be worried about, but I still am, and here we are. I'm trying to overcome that fear of recording by recording. You know, do it scarce or don't do it at all. That's my mantra lately. Also, I've been working on a lot of projects, like I got a new printer, and there is a whole story to the printer, but I'm not gonna go into too much detail because I would yap for like an hour about this printer, and it's making me really angry, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out because I don't really have other options. Right now, I have to figure it out because I am stuck with that printer for good. But I've been working on a lot of new designs for stickers and for keychains, and I really do like those designs, like this Fluttershy here. Right now, I'm working on Applejack, and we're gonna have Derpy. There is Derpy speed paint on my channel already, but it's a short because the file I recorded with OBS got corrupted, and I wasn't able to save it, so we only have the time-lapse I made with Clip Studio Paint, because if you didn't know, you can make time-lapses of your drawings in Clip Studio Paint, and it's really helpful because I don't always record with OBS, and I want to have full process of my drawings, so that option is really handy when it comes to drawing and recording your art. If you watched my Rainbow Dash time-lapse with yapping, you know that I made Rainbow Dash swings rainbow, and I wanted to add something to Fluttershy's wings as well, but it looked really bad in my opinion, so I decided to do those vines only on her leg, because I think they looked silly on her wing, and I didn't really like that. I was really struggling with that Fluttershy, if I think about it right now, because there have been a lot of things going wrong, and I wasn't a huge fan of a lot of things in that design, but you know, it's better finished and not perfect than not finished at all. So, like I told you already, we are stuck with this design for some time. When I was working on this Fluttershy, I was learning new shading method. It's basically selecting the area you want to shade and then airbrushing it with darker color. I also like to change hue a little bit, so I'm not shading yellow with yellow, but I use a bit of an orange, I guess. Yeah, it's an orange. I'm a graphic designer, and I'm not sure what colors I'm using. That's fine, that's normal. I got a bachelor degree, but I forget colors sometimes. That's totally fine, I guess. But that's not the only method that I'm using. I also like to use a texture brush to draw and to make shadows. If you know me, you know that I like to add a bit of roughness, a bit of life into my art, and I don't really use clean, round brushes because to me, they look a bit too boring. If you use them, it's fine. It's your choice and do whatever makes you happy. I'm just not feeling like myself when I'm doing everything with a clean, round brush. Shading is probably one of my favorite parts when drawing because I just have to play with colors and all the different kinds of layers. When it comes to shading, I mostly just use multiply layer. It makes your colors a bit more darker and a bit more, and they blend a bit better when you use multiply. I am not a scientist and I'm not really sure how it works, but it works. So when you don't know how to shade your art piece, just use multiply layer and play a bit with colors, change the hue a little bit, and hope for the best. But when it comes to drawing, it's mostly experimenting. I mean, you can learn through tutorials, but for me, tutorials didn't really do much. The tutorial how to draw an owl, it's mostly start an owl and then there is the rest of an owl, and most of the tutorials are like that. So when you really want to draw and be good at it, you just have to experiment. You have to make mistakes. You have to learn through that mistakes. And I made a lot of mistakes when I first started because I didn't really know that you are not supposed to shade with black, and I was shading with black and white, and it really was awful. So now when I know a bit more about color theory, and also learn color theory, it's fun. I could talk about it a lot, but I'm not gonna talk about it right now because there is a lot of cool tutorials on YouTube. So yeah, think about color theory and try to learn it and make mistakes and be proud of those mistakes, because that's how you learn. That's how you really learn how to draw. Speaking of mistakes, I am pretty sure I made a lot of mistakes while recording this time-lapse and this voiceover, but that's how I'm gonna learn how to be good at it. So I'm letting myself be bad at it right now, and I know I'm gonna be better at it someday, but I just have to try. I have to do it. And yeah, I think that's it for this time-lapse of yapping. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Please let me know in the comments if you like this Fluttershy fan art, because I think it could be better, but I'm really proud of it. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you like it, and see you in the next one. Bye!